is Liv, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing the one color challenge, and I'm only using the color purple. And in the beginning I showed you the different shades of purple that I'll be using. I'm going to be using colored pencils as well, and we are coloring in Alice from my Alice in Wonderland coloring book. Now, I don't usually work with colored pencils very often, but I did a lot of research and learned more about them and how to use them. And I wanted to practice what I learned, so that's why I chose colored pencils. I used firm pressure and just built up layers of color and coloring in different directions until I got a nice, smooth, solid color, and then I did the same thing with the darker color for shading. So as I was coloring in the shirt here, I realized the most difficult part of this challenge and that was the shading. To get the shading right, I had to use a darker shade and go over the same spot and color in different directions and press really hard on the pencil to get that shading dark and prominent, so where you can tell that it's actually shading. Because even though I had used a darker shade of purple, it's still kind of tricky to get that shading to pop. So that was the only thing I found a little difficult. Other than that, the challenge was actually super fun and I really enjoyed it. When I was coloring the apron, I tried to do something a little different and use lighter pressure, but it ended up making these tiny white dots everywhere, so I blended them out with my white Prisma pencil, and that seemed to fix the issue. So from now on, I'm just going back to using firm pressure as normal. Sometimes trying to do something a bit differently doesn't always work, and you shouldn't let that discourage you. Figuring out what works and what doesn't is how you learn. And I think art is all about having fun and trying new things. accidentally pulled on the cord attached to my phone, and the camera actually fell down without me noticing. So the camera is going to be at this weird angle for a minute or two, so sorry about that. I did notice it eventually and fix the angle. We have finished the coloring page, and I love how this turned out. I think it looks really nice and it feels nice and smooth. I left the skin white because even if I used a very light purple for the skin, I just didn't think it would look good, so I left it. And I also didn't add any highlights either. I just didn't think it needed any, and it ended up looking really good without it. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like, subscribe. 89.5% of you are not subscribed. These numbers are actually a lot lower than they were before, so thank you so much for that. And make sure to hit that bell to get notified, and stay creative. Bye!